I'm going to teach you how to use Ableton Live 11 in 5 minutes. Let's go. So you're going to need 4 things. First is going to be a laptop. Second is going to be Ableton Live 11. Third is going to be a pair of headphones. And then finally, you're going to need something like this, which is an audio interface. This allows you to record digital audio files into your computer using a guitar, a microphone, the USB-C that connects directly to your computer. So first thing you're going to want to do once you get your interface is go to the manufacturer's website. In this case, it's Focusrite. Install the custom drivers or the custom software. This is going to allow you to talk directly to Ableton. All right, when you first open up Ableton, it's going to look like this. First thing you want to do is go to Options, Preferences. Make sure your driver type is set to ASIO. Make sure your audio device is selected to the proper one. Then you want to go to Input Config. Make sure your mono and your stereo outputs are configured correctly. Quick mention about buffer size. If you go to hardware setup, if your buffer size is higher, your computer is going to perform better, but you're going to have more latency. On the left side, you got your browser where you can find all your files. In the middle, you have your timeline. And on your right side, you have your mixer. On the bottom is how you edit your audio files. You hit tab, you go to session view. This is how people do live looping and live performances. Hit tab again and go to arrangement view or timeline view. So these are your brackets. You can control it by clicking and dragging. This right here is how you navigate your session. Let's get some sounds going. So right here is your audio track. Let's insert a MIDI track. So we're going to go to this. We're going to drum rack. We're going to drag it in. This is going to allow us to load up samples to control with a MIDI controller. I'm just going to go to drum. I'm just going to find a random kick. And I'm going to find a random hi-hat. And I'm going to find a random snare. Right there. If you don't hear the sound, you can click this button, then you'll hear it. All right, so make sure you have this red button hit. This is going to arm your track. This is going to tell Ableton that you're now ready to record. Make sure this is set to auto. If you have it on off, you won't hear anything. So now that it's armed, I can hit it and it will make sound. So now you can hit this record button up top, or you can hit F9 on your keyboard and you'll get your count in. So now we have something recorded. So now you can highlight it and hit Control J, and that's just going to consolidate it. So now if you want to hit this loop button, you can loop your drum beat. Right here you can see the MIDI notes. You can move them around. You can change the velocity if you want them quieter or louder. And you can also quantize them. So if you highlight all of them and you hit quantize settings, you can pick what part of the grid you want them to snap to and how much you want them to snap to, and then all those notes are now snapped to the grid. So next thing I'm going to do is add a guitar. So I'm just going to insert audio track. Again, make sure it's armed. I'm going to make sure I select my right input, which is input 2 on my interface. And then I'm going to make sure it's set to auto. Now I can hear it. And then I'm going to hit record. And there we go. Now we have a loop. Now that this loops up, this is going to loop over and over again. If I want to duplicate it, I can just highlight them and hit Control D to duplicate. And now I have a loop. One thing to note on the mixer is this is the volume. If I want to lower my guitar volume, those are decibels. This is pan, left speaker, right speaker. This is going to send it to reverb. All right, so the last thing I want to mention are these punch-in lines. So if you click this line, it's going to tell you not to record anything until it gets to the left bracket, then start recording indefinitely. And the right bracket is going to be the same thing. Record all the way through here and then stop recording when you get to the right bracket. So if you have them both equipped, it's not going to record, then it's going to record, and then it's going to stop recording. So I'll just show you what it means. So now I hit the record button. And then it's going to come up. And then it stops recording. It looped back because I had the loop on. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about is just how to export a file. So you just go to File, Export, Master, select the length you want, and you should be good. Make sure it's a wave, and just hit Export. And then file your file path, and you should be all set. All right, I know that barely scratches the surface with Ableton, but hopefully that's enough to get you started. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye.